Alright, we're back. So, clearly, y'all see the title. I wanted to use the most broken fighters in UFC 6 and pretty much just show how to use them for the community, just what to be aware of, what you're going to see more likely than not if you go on a ranked and you see these strikers, because most of them are strikers, but I do have grapplers mixed in as well. You're going to see stuff like this. So Connor, even though they're not going to play like this, they're probably going to try and blitz you, but Connor, his main things are distance management, feather step, so he moves back. He just moves and controls distance really well, extremely fast. Like, look at that. Look how fast that little step backwards is. And then secondly, he has Hunter, he has like water, so his counters are crazy. He has 100 everything, punch speed, punch power, head movement. Like, it's ridiculous. And then with like water, where you get stuff for countering, and feather step moving you out of range and in the range faster than normal. And on top of that, you have a heavy cross and 100 everything. It just leads to quick damage like this. Also, you are going to pretty much, once you get one knockdown, as long as you're staying defensively responsible, the fight is over. Like, look at this. So I'm keeping him behind the black line just by touching him. As soon as there's like a big opportunity, that's when you unload like combos, counters, boom, and he's hurt. Once again, look, it's coming off of the cross. You lean into your 5-star moves. You do everything you're supposed to do. You have your counters once again. You have your teeps. You have a rolling thunder for some reason. I forget what fight he threw that in, but again, if you want to have fun, you have the rolling thunder. But most often than not, it's going to be side kicks, teeps, straights, and then hooks and uppercuts. Those are your main weapons. That's what you game plan around. That is how you find success. Now right here, we're what? A minute and some change in. We're just now like 2 minutes in, and the fight is over. He keeps trying to exchange. That's not smart. He gets dropped. Next thing you know, he's getting ground and pounded, and the fight should be over, but I was trying to see if he was going to move his arm out again, because they can reverse you if they like lift their arm up and you punch on it with a round strike. Didn't want to get reversed. Now, more often than not, you're going to run into the meta style online, which is people just trying to blitz you, control like all the distance with pure pressure. But you can do fun things with Connor like that. Like, if they overextend and you already have them damaged, you can throw a rolling thunder out. You can throw like jumping kicks. You can do things like that. You can make the game more fun than just hook, control the distance behind the black line, and spam 1-2s. You can do more than that. Connor and the game is so much more than that. The striking is fun this year. So, with that being said, we're going to go into the next fight, which is Izzy. Izzy is very fast, twitchy, hard to deal with, and you can find ways to make him feel like a monster. So, like I said, next fight, Israel Adesanya. Let's go.
Ready, John? Good? Let's go.
So, what makes Izzy so good? Izzy's main attributes are the fact that you are so fast. You have Lancer, so you have side kicks, you have teeps, you have your 1-2s for Stinger, and you have incredible head movement. And with the custom animations, you even have one that can duck the head kicks. That's the one to your rear hand side, where you hold R1 or RB, and then use the right stick. So again, you are clean. You have to use your feints to set things up, but everything is going to be fast. Your counters are going to be perfect because everything you have is so fast. Right there, he walked onto a wheel kick for no reason, but again, that's because he's just walking in the range. You don't want to do that. Also, if I was really using Izzy completely correctly, they don't walk into range because you use your jab. You should be using your jab a whole bunch, but right there, I'm just using the fact that you can move your head, get your fast strikes off, and boom, work all around with the body and the head. Then we land another big counter, and look, we get the drop. We're looking good. We have total control of this fight. He's not getting past the black line. You have your lead hook, and we're controlling the range. Look at that. So we're ducking, landing the rear hook, switched positions, switched stances, and boom, we end up landing question mark kick. It's over. He's fast. He's twitchy. He hits hard, but he really only hits hard because of how fast he hits and how good his counters are. But with that being said, that's all you really have to do to make Izzy so versatile and viable. So with that being said, on to the next fight.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Now, Habib just a demon. I'm not going to lie to you. He has all custom animations. The overhand is nice. For some reason, since his animations are custom, you can box with him. Now, do I recommend boxing with him? No, but you can. And right there, look, we're just picking our shots, ducking, weaving, pulling, trying to land a hook or a jab, because his jab, like everybody else from AKA, they're wrestlers with a good jab and an overhand. So DC and Habib, kind of the same way. Use your jab to control the distance. Use your overhand when they start focusing about the jab. Once they're focused really high up top, you can start shooting under shots like that. He went to throw a hook. You have Kraken, which gives you better takedowns from stand-up position, so literally from striking. Again, you can just shoot under their shots. Once they start trying to fire back at you, you jump right here. I get the Von Flu. I like to deny. That was to the right. When they go into you, that's to the right. But we didn't get it. However, we have the Darce counter. The Darce counter is when they go up from half guard. If you have high-level Darce chokes, right there we get the denial off. We take back flat, which they cannot race. If they try to race it, you'll always win with the back flat transition. And we get to rear naked. We get a deny off. There's too much of a stamina discrepancy. Lock in the rear naked choke. It's a one shot, and that's a beat. Even crazier, you can use ground and pound to destroy people from like full mount. However, his submissions and control is so good. That's all you really need to do, those two things. And again, on to the next fight.
You okay? Good. Right, let's go.
Do I have to say anything for Alex? Alex is a pure tank. You take damage pretty well when you do get hit. And on top of that, all your strikes are heavy. So if you intercept well, the only problem with Alex, right? Since all his strikes are heavy, they have longer recovery frames. If you can mitigate that and just pick your shots pretty well, it's going to feel like you're unstoppable. Now right there, we get a check off. We get a leg kick. We get Reaper to pop. We get a rock already, and it's only been, what, like a minute in game. So it doesn't take much. Right there, he's throwing jumping kicks, which is crazy. Again, you're just looking for a counter. Only reason I'm using head movement like that is because of his perks. You get a bulwark. You get from just moving around, I believe, retreating into the side. And then, like water, I believe he also has, which is for throwing strikes off of head movement. But again, you have heavy strikes everywhere. Your lead uppercut, rear uppercut, both your hooks. I believe your cross and all your kicks are heavy. The only thing that are fast strikes, I believe, are his calf kicks. His calf kicks are the fast animation. So everything you throw has viciousness behind it. I mean, you don't have to do much. Right there, we check the calf, not the calf kick, the leg kick. Every time you check that leg kick, throw off that lead hook, which is 5 stars, and you get that free counter of checking a leg kick and getting the hook off. Right there, we did not get it off. We thought, honestly, it was going to be more like that. I thought it was going to overthrow and I could just land a hook or an uppercut. But right here, look, we're controlling the distance even though we just got hit in the middle of our kick. And the main thing about controlling distance is you don't have to do anything. Once you are in control and they're just looking at you, you can pick your shots. So right here, he's clearly looking high. He's looking to strike back. So I knew he was going to try and throw something. I was trying to control the range with body kicks. I landed 2. Again, he's trying to step in for free. We're throwing the jab, so he can't. He's thrown jab, jab, uppercut. So we knew the uppercut was coming. We slid off the center line. Right there, don't know what I was thinking. I thought it was going to be like a hook or something. But in this game, which if you've played enough, you realize it. Head kicks land when you're close to each other. So, you know, got to watch out for those. Now right here, again, not looking for anything crazy. He's kind of, it feels like he's running. And I was getting a little impatient, so I was trying to force the action with more so like short strikes, hooks, uppercuts, not really using my jab, and he's just walking backwards, as you can see, right? So that means he doesn't want to engage anymore. He's trying to just not get hurt, and I'm trying too hard to hit him. It might not look like that to everybody, like if you're watching, but that's literally what's going on with me. I'm trying too hard to hit him. I started getting impatient, and I just tried to finish him. Now, right here, I did end up getting the finish. However, you do not want to do that. You do not want to just force finishes. Forcing finishes is a good way to find yourself getting tired and then losing in the later rounds, or getting finished yourself because you're trying so hard that you also end up getting knocked out with like a big counter. So again, want to be cautious of that, want to be mindful. But again, Alex is overpowered, so we get the knockout. And that's pretty much the video. So, like, share, subscribe, and with that, use these picks, have fun. I know people get on here, sometimes struggle to win, having a hard day. If you're having a hard day and you're not getting any wins like that, pick one of these guys. And with that, I'm out.